Y'all want to know what it's like to not be touched in 3 months? And I swear to God, I know some of y'all are going to be like, I haven't touched a ween in 2 years. It doesn't matter. 3 months for me actually is criminal. I'm starting to feel like a little demon when I walk outside. Anytime a boy's talking to me, I'm thinking about it. I'm looking. I'm like, I need to stay inside until further notice because it's not safe for y'all out here. I'm just gonna cross my legs and I'm gonna look in the corner and mind my business. I'm sorry. There's soap stuck under my nail, y'all. I promise I did not need to see white creamy stuff right now. I did not need to see that.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the desert, welcome back to the channel, as we have women going insane because the attention is not flooding towards their way as they're used to. In today's episode, we'll check on that, and also for our article story, a man prefers video games over women. We'll take a look at that as well. But this one in particular, guys, wow, 3 months without getting your behind blasted by some chat. Wow, that's amazing. We're gonna put that down in the world Guinness records, alright? Now, there are men watching this right now that haven't touched a woman in 30 years, but for these women, even a week is too much, alright? I'm not kidding when I tell you that these women sleep with a different chat all the time, constantly, for decades at a time. In fact, on a good week, they probably sleep with 2 to 3 men, all different, of course, and you should not approach them with a 10-foot pole. But gentlemen, let's move on to another TikTok to show you what happens when you mix women with accountability, alright? So this guy here says, here's a pro tip if you want success with men. Lose weight, don't be promiscuous, be pleasant to be around, don't be argumentative. So pretty fair opinion, but of course, look at the face that this woman is making. Let me pull that down. Editor, please, why haven't you set up the scenes already? Alright, look at that face. That's the face women make when you expect them to be adults.
Y'all don't want girlfriends and wives. Y'all don't want girlfriends and wives. To be honest, I don't even think y'all really even know what y'all want. Because really, like, based on what you're telling me, right? And based on, like, all the red pill content that I see floating around the internet, polluting the air, God, they really need to start giving y'all mental evaluations before they give y'all mics. But I digress. Anyway, y'all want sex workers. Y'all want sex workers. Y'all want someone who, you know, who's gonna...
Yeah, so telling a woman don't be promiscuous equals you want her to be an S3X worker. Make that make sense.
Put out when you pay for dinner, who's going to put out when you fly them out. You want someone who's going to, you know, maintain their body, so, you know, for your viewing pleasure. You want someone who is, again, who's going to do all of the things that you want them to do and not speak and not talk back. All right. But then at the same time, you don't want them to be promiscuous. So it's like, okay, you want someone who's basically virginal. But if somebody is actually virginal, right, who's only been with, you know, two people their entire lives, you're mad that she doesn't, you know, she doesn't give the Glock 3000 like, you know, a corn star. You're upset with that. But God forbid, you know, this person has been around the block a couple of times. Now she's a whore. And
yes. And again, nobody's expecting the Glock 3000. I don't think a single man is expecting that. And all those things you're saying really are not what the guy said. He said, don't be promiscuous, don't weigh 200 pounds, and be pleasant to be around. And this attitude that you have right now, you female dog, is exactly what men are running away from, alright? This whole attitude, the tone, the nagging, the pain in the back, this is exactly what we're talking about when we say we don't want to deal with that.
And she's not deserving of love because whores don't deserve love.
They don't.
Y'all don't know what you want. You just want someone who's going to put up and shut up. And if you're going to do all that, like I said, you could pay. Like, there are sex workers that have whole girlfriend, wife experiences. You can pay for that. You can have exactly what you're looking for. You could pick the race. You could pick the body type. You could pick the kind of relationship dynamic. Just pay for it.
Hell, that sounds like a good offer. Hell of a good offer. Don't give men ideas because we're so tired of you that we might turn away to that, right? Men are choosing video games over modern women. They're choosing to be passport bros over modern women. I mean, don't give us more ideas because we really are going to substitute you forever. And again, nobody's saying that, hey, share your mind, share your feelings, share your thoughts. But this whole bitching that you're doing right now is not what we're looking for.
Just pay for it. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. You would rather try to convert someone like myself someone who you cannot control, because I probably make more money than you anyway, who is not stupid. I'm probably a lot smarter than you are. Well, actually not probably, clearly.
I doubt that.
Clearly. Okay, I'm a lot smarter than you, so you're not going to be able to manipulate me into doing anything that I don't already want to do. You would rather try to change me, change women like me, than go get exactly what you want, which is crazy. Like, because what you want is out there, babe. You just have to pay for it. But there's shame in that. So, of course, you don't want to do that because it's not socially acceptable. I am not.
Talking about socially acceptable, it isn't, or at least it wasn't, socially acceptable to be a hoe. Yet, look at all of you. Alright? You get butthurt the moment a guy suggests that he doesn't want to be with a public toilet. You get butthurt. You don't like it. You don't want to be accountable. And you're dodging the question. Of course, she's not going to reply to lose weight, don't be promiscuous, be pleasant to be around, because she has no arguments to win there. So, of course, she has to extrapolate it to the most extreme scenarios. Oh, you want a Glock 3000, you want me to never open my mouth, you want to manipulate me in all ways possible. No, nobody said that. But of course, again, she cannot answer the reasonable demands that men have, so she has to play victim. Common experience.
Not about to be anyone's slave. Okay, I'm not going to do it, because that's what this is, right? That is what you were describing. I'm not about to be anyone's slave. So I need you to hear me when I say this. Listen really closely. I would rather die. I would rather die alone. I would rather die alone and never experience love ever again. I would rather die alone, never experience love or intimacy ever again, than to be that kind of person.
I mean, how about you? Am I right, gentlemen?
For some man. You know, y'all be threatening women with this idea of, of us being alone for the rest of our lives. And honestly, it's peaceful that way, babe. It's peaceful that way. Why do you think so many women now are choosing celibacy? I have friends who've been celibate for like 3 years. Because it's peaceful. pH balance not messed up. Not crying over someone's dusty ass son.
Guys, let me get this very clear. Nobody does that, right? There are no women that are celibate for those amounts of years. The women who are celibate for those amounts of years are probably in their 50s or 60s. There are no women who are 20, 30 and they are celibate. They go out on TikTok and say, oh, I'm going to be celibate, I'm going to touch no man, but this and that. Yeah, the first night they see Chad, they spread their legs, alright? They are not celibate, guys. Don't let them lie to you. They are so hedonistic and so self-absorbed. They cannot live without this constant current of validation. So you're not fooling anyone. Nobody actually believes that you really are celibate.
They have friends. They have family. They've got money and extra degrees, and they travel, and they've got animals. They are loved, and their life is full. So, you know what? I don't care. I don't care how lonely I get, because you know what? I do agree in the sense that, you know what? Romantic love cannot be replaced with platonic love. It can't be. But I would rather have a couple of lonely nights every now and then than subject myself to whatever the fuck this is.
Oh, lonely nights here and there? What do you mean? You're getting pumped in the behind by Chad the other nights? Well, I thought so. Because again, you don't have the self-control to be celibate. You just simply don't. If you had the slightest bit of self-control, you wouldn't become a 304. Alright? If you can become celibate when you are 35, that means to me you could have become celibate when you were 20 and you had your whole life ahead of you, you had your whole future ahead of you, you could have chosen the right man, have a family, have the Christmas pajamas and all that, but you didn't do that. You went for Chad. You went to devalue your body because you lack the self-control. So stick all your diplomas and careers and college degrees where the sun don't shine, and good luck with that. Now, gentlemen, let's move on to one last TikTok before our article story. Ho, 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 gentlemen. Christmas came early this year, just like I would with a goth girl. So to celebrate with all of you, I'll be uploading a couple of free videos on my Patreon. You join now as a free member, you can watch this one. Women dating above 30, 40, 50 and hell, probably even 80. So join now, gentlemen, and you'll receive this one free of charge. It's on the house, or it's on the pyramid, should I say.
Can someone please tell me why middle-aged men think it's like God's greatest gift when they like offer to take you to dinner, as if I couldn't spend $250 on myself? Like, I am not that desperate for a free meal. Like yesterday, this guy was sitting at the bar. He was cool until he started talking, and then he was just like, let's go out. Like, I'll take you to Steak 48 right now. I'm like, sir, I'm going home. It's been a long day. And you would have thought he was offering me $5 million by offering to pay for my dinner at Steak 48. Like, I don't go to these places on my own time by myself sometimes with my own money. Like, that's just the funniest thing. Do you not think I do that already? Like, that's not special, and that's not going to convince me otherwise when I said no.
Guys, does anyone have a scalpel? I just need to, you know, dig a bit to see what this woman looks like behind the 7 pounds of makeup, K-cup or fake up, whatever you want to call it. But wow, are you impressed, guys? She can buy herself dinner. Aren't you impressed right now? Just like you did and you have been doing ever since you were 5 and your mother was cooking for you. All right, impressive stuff over here. Talk about women empowerment. Now, of course, when a guy pays for her $200 red lobster and wine that she wants, it's not impressive. Who cares? Now, of course, if you make her pay, oh, she's going to crap her pants and have a seizure in front of the whole restaurant, right? If she is expected to pay that money, then it will seem expensive. But of course, when it's from some other guy's pocket, who cares? Not impressed, you know? My hell. Alright, gentlemen, let's move on to article story. He blew me off for video games. We are both in our early 30s, met on a dating app, cringe. Have been seeing each other for 2 months and some change. They have been seeing each other. What do you guess that he's already been between her legs? This week we didn't set up a time to see each other until I asked if he'd like to grab a bite on a Friday. He said yes, that he was going to ask me to hang out but didn't know what to suggest for us to do. Then said that food sounded good and that he was off that day. Cool. So we can already see it's the woman chasing. This guy is way more attractive than her. He doesn't care enough about her to schedule a plan, and this is why she likes him. Alright, the usual. On Friday afternoon, he sends me this weak voice note basically saying, oh man, I have a war inside me because these 2 video games I've been waiting for came out today and I didn't realize it. I know I sound like a geek for considering cancelling the hangout for a game. I don't know what to do. He knows he's going to stay at home playing video games, right? Oh, your hair looks really nice in that new profile picture, by the way. I didn't know what to respond, because frankly, that made me mad. Of course it did. So I waited a few hours before I said, I guess let me know what you decide. And then he ultimately cancelled. He was going to cancel right from the get-go. And of course it makes her mad because women hate it when the attention doesn't flow their way. They absolutely hate it because attention and validation are resources and they want them all for them. In the same way that men don't want women to give their bodies away because they view that innocence as a resource. Well, in the same way, women care about attention, right? And it's very hypocritical of them to demand a level of attention and validation from men equal to don't play video games, don't go out with your friends, choose always me, don't follow all the girls on Instagram, don't like their pictures. Oh, but when it comes to the resource that you care about, well, I've slept with 45 guys, but you don't have to care or that makes you insecure. Go to hell. And then proceeded to keep sending me voice notes talking about other stuff as normal, like nothing happened and he didn't just blow me off. Brought it up to my guy friends and they were like, I mean, I get it, about wanting to cancel to play. Am I really meant to think this is normal? To me, that's blatant disinterest. I feel like we are from different planets. Insane. Edit. I have no issues with gaming because I like video games too, and I actually enjoy sitting next to people and watching them play. A lot of my time spent on YouTube is watching playthroughs of games I don't have the skills for. Skill issue. It's about not coming through when you make plans with someone, which is a priority of mine. It's a priority of yours with this guy that happens to be way more attractive than you, right? Like, don't pretend that you're this really traditional, good, decent woman that, hey, I just want to find love. If that's what you wanted, you wouldn't be on dating apps in your early 30s, all right? So just don't question our intelligence in this way. It's insulting. We know what you've been doing, all right? But then again, guys, women just hate the attention to not flow towards them, all right? It's a resource they value, and that's why it's a resource you should keep to yourself. Put attention and validation in women that, first off, already like you, second off, deserve it. Don't go, guys, just giving out your attention and validation to all women, because, first off, they already have 40 to 50 guys doing that. Second off, they're just gonna immediately not respect you the second you do, right? In the same way that men don't respect women who give out S3X for free on the first date. They will gladly take it, but they don't respect these women. So in the same way, women don't respect men who validate them for no reason, just because they exist and breathe. Again, they'll take the validation, oh, of course they will, but they will not respect you, well, like, ever. So that was the video for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Please like and subscribe if you liked this video, and also come check me on Patreon. I'll see you next time.